Hello, my name is Brian Doogie. I'm a student at University of Florida College of Pharmacy at UF-JAX, and this is I would say my question and answer for the student ambassador program, and so I'll just go ahead and dive right into it. So the first question that I'm answering is why is having a vibrant and active ambassador program important to the college and our campus? So, as a student of the Jacksonville campus, I think it's first and foremost it's important for us to recognize our own potential apart from the other campuses, because I think the prestige of being a Gator pharmacist is something we all deserve to be proud of. But we should make sure that we flaunt and advertise the opportunities that we have here at UF Health and in the city of Jacksonville. And even though when people think UF, they think Gainesville, the main campus, I don't think that should be, so that shouldn't happen so fast, especially with the College of Pharmacy, because I think the Jacksonville campus is situated in a very unique situation where there is, attached to a hospital, and it's a very quality hotbed to train future pharmacists. So that's number one. Number two, what personality and character traits do you possess that would benefit you as a student ambassador? And please provide examples. So I've got a few, but I've always considered myself to be someone who has a quick wit, a unique sense of humor, and but willing to kind of buckle down and be serious, in work, school, and that kind of stuff. But I'm sure my colleagues, classmates, and coworkers can attest that I can bring a comedic relief with, quick retorts, jokes, memes, etc. Aside from humor, I would say that I'm loyal to people that matter to me. I've always had the same group of friends growing up, and we still keep in contact to that day. And even though, I just met everyone within the UF-JAX cohort just a handful of months ago, I would say that I would stick my neck out for any one of them without thinking twice. And an example of that is previously in the first semester of my 1 PD year, there was a situation where a group of upperclassmen, their car broke down there was an event in Gainesville they had to get to, and their car broke down. They called for help. We were almost at school, me and another classmate of mine. I won't name names, but without thinking twice, the two of us, we turned around, assessed, what was going on, making sure everything was okay, picked everyone up that we could, and we brought them to the event, and we felt that was our duty to make sure that we showed up, as a cohort, to have that, representation as a city and a campus. And lastly, another trait I think that's really important is that I have the ability to adjust and adapt. And I'm a 28-year-old 1 PD, and I've had plenty of experiences in different phases of my lifetime to where, where I was a full-time student, I worked full-time, I decided to go back into school and make sure that I could, better myself and, one day be a future pharmacist. And I think that as an ambassador, you have to have that ability to empathize with other people's situations. And in order to do that, you have to be humble enough to accept your own faults, your own successes, to be able to assist other people who might not have been through the same things that you've been through. And I think that if I can share those trials and tribulations with future students and that they can become more confident in their life's journey, that's pretty much all I can ask for. So, third question, how will being a student ambassador prepare you for your future in pharmacy? So, in my opinion, the field of pharmacy has always been like an established profession. It might not be viewed as like the most respected field, and that might sound harsh, but I think that if we have the opportunity here at UF-JAX, attached to a hospital and a hotbed of medical professionals in the city of Jacksonville, we can truly practice at the top of our license if we put our best effort forward. And by going through the program, sacrificing our time, future hard-earned money, I think we can really make a difference in the future generation as student pharmacists. And if we can help bridge the, between our predecessors, the present classes, and then, the future 1PDs after us, if I can help make a difference in that, then I think that it'll make a positive impact in healthcare to come. Number 4, what are your suggestions of events, tasks, and responsibilities that the ambassador program should have to support our campus? So as I've mentioned previously, I think it's very important to represent the Jacksonville campus to its absolute worth. I'm a native of Jacksonville, born and raised. I take great pride in my city, and I specifically chose this campus over the other campuses because of the passion I have for it. And I know we represent the University of Florida, wherever we go, but I think that first and foremost, our impact on the city we currently live in should be integrated within every task we take part in. And as a 1PD, I hope to learn from upperclassmen and, to learn how to make a profound impact in various, events around town, and making sure that, we are as much Jacksonville as we are as the University of Florida. The 5th question, what is one idea about an activity, program, or session that the ambassador program could host that would improve new student orientation? So I mentioned before, students of the Jacksonville campus are not simply in the UF bubble. We are also ingrained in the city of Jacksonville. I was already living here before I started school. I had my life relatively situated here. However, I noticed that other classmates in my cohort, especially ones that aren't from Jacksonville, seem to be scrambling for housing. Many rushed into situations where they paid, they're expensive living situations. They weren't ideal. They might not have been the safest areas. And I think that someone like myself, other Jacksonville natives, people who have, upperclassmen who have gone through it, can maybe schedule an event or do something to where we can kind of map out the city of Jacksonville. It's a big city. And if you don't know where you are, you can take a guess and you can miss. And I really think that someone like myself, with my experience currently living here, that we can really make a proactive influence on the incoming 1PDs to help their transition from before pharmacy school, going into pharmacy school, making sure that they are comfortable and they don't have to worry about the other nonsense, and they can focus fully on school. And lastly, number 6, what is one idea about an activity, program, or event that the ambassador program could host that would benefit the entire campus? So, as a fledgling 1PD in Block 1, I was fortunate enough to meet many different people from 1PDs all the way up to 4PD in various events through the different organizations. And I will always be grateful for that. However, I think it's unfortunate that there isn't like a proper bridge that connects, the 1PDs to the 4PDs. Because in my opinion, those are the two most important classes, the new crop and the about to be new pharmacists. And if you don't have the two of them commingle, you don't have a proper bridge to go from one generation to the next and make a continuous thing. And so my opinion is that an informal setting is always the best way to break the ice. In Jacksonville, you have minor league baseball games, preseason football games before the school year starts. And I think that you could have like a tailgate. You could have a situation where everyone's enjoying each other's company, getting to know each other, bounce ideas, share experiences. And that's the best way to start the dialogue between about to be, current pharmacists and the future pharmacists. So thank you for the time. My name is Brian Doogie, and I hope to represent you as a student ambassador.